Hi Astush. Hi Lisa. This is Astush from India. Seeking presupposes a doer self, which is a description. Then what to do? The way it seems is to simply live with the understanding that this strong sense of a doer self is deception. The understanding has to work itself out. Isn't this correct? Could there be a non-transitive waiting? Astush, the mind is a storyteller. So you know fiction, you know, like books that we write. This is a reflection of our mind. So in every situation, your mind is telling you stories about your situation in order for you, as a robot, as a being, as your body, to navigate through that situation better. So you say, this person's a bad person, this is a good person, this is a nice place to be, I like this. So your mind is a storyteller. It tells descriptions to help your body navigate, and it's a really positive thing. But we put too much emphasis on the mind. So we put too much emphasis on this functioning of storytelling, and then we get lost in it, and we really believe that that's who we are, and this storytelling sort of runs all the time. We think that's who we are, and it's always telling us a story about our current situation. And what's amazing about it is that it forgets so quickly what it was last week. And I get the sense, Astush, that you kind of circle around in the same sort of questions all the time, asking the same thing. And I get the sense that a big part of your question answering and your seeking is what to do. So let's look at this from a psychological point of view. What to do. So we grow up in this world and we're told to pick an education, and we go into the education system, and maybe in your country or where you are you didn't get that, or maybe you did, I don't know if you're educated. And then you're told to pick a job, and then you have to work at this job. So we're sort of told how our life should be, and everybody's parents differ the way they bring us up. Like I had very strict boundaries and rules that I grew up with, not really strict ones. I was very spoilt. Not spoilt like you would imagine, but just like I was really blessed with my mum and dad. They've made me feel really safe, particularly my mum. Like, so I felt really safe with my mum, and I don't think many people experience that. And I was really spoilt in the sense I came from a middle class family. We didn't have lots and lots of toys, but I was fed well, I was dressed well. Like I got Christmas and birthday presents, I got pocket money. Like compared to the majority of the children in this world, I was super spoilt. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, like a spoilt brat. It was really, they gave me routines, and when I did these routines, I got treated. I was allowed to go to a toy store and pick one toy, maybe that was like £2 or £3. And I had a very strict routine, and that made that, with my mum's energy, that made me feel very safe. I knew what to do. And I think that although there's been times in my life where I felt lost, I think that gave me a good grounding and good direction for me being able to occupy my days and my time. Like in this being, it gave me a good sense. So you think that your question is about spirituality, but your question is actually a habit of your mind. I know you don't like this because you want me to answer your question and you want me to satisfy that. You want me to say to you, oh, you've got to put you've got to put your attention in the I am. But I'm just trying to show you this is a habit of mind. So maybe when you were growing up, you didn't have much structure. Maybe you had too much, I don't know. But something gave you a feeling of being lost. So you get stuck on what to do. I think a lot of people have this. But there's also people that don't have this so strongly. They listen to this and they don't have this overriding sense of what I should do and feeling they need something to follow. The reason that I'm pointing out this quite strongly to you, Astush, is because you've got to see what your mind is doing. Like, recognize it. It's actually not that recognizes it, it's that part of it relaxes. It's like not this addiction to always trying to get an answer and always mentally masturbating about it. There's something in it relaxes. You see it for what it is and it just comes and goes, these thoughts. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And there's a feeling of being lost and then it passes. Rather than really believing it's true and every day your mind retelling you a new intellectual theory about what you should or shouldn't do, and then believing that that has truth in it. This is what's true. There is something beyond the person that's right here, and now you're stuck in the person. That question is stuck in the story and the mentality of the person. But prior to that, there's something that's still and free and expansive and not suffering. And you're chasing around your mind like a dog or a cat chasing its tail, believing I'm going to get it, I'm going to catch the bugger. And you're not going to catch the bugger. You're just going to encourage that way of thinking. And I suspect that it's a mentality that you developed as a child. It could be that you didn't have that much direction from your parents, which often gives the child a feeling of being lost. Or it could just be that's the way your personality structure. It could be karma from many lives, and it's the way that personality structure grew. But it's a mentality. The answer isn't in what I should do. The answer is, where do those thoughts and feelings arise from? Right here. This is it. This. What should I do? What should I do? This is it. No, but what do I do, Lisa? How do I get to this? This is it. And you're looking in that mentality and it will not free you. This is it. This. Thank you, Astush, for your question.